Hello and welcome back to my Resident Evil HD remake video walkthrough, and we're just starting off in the safe room in the medical ward here, where I showed you in the last video how to get the final mask. And what we're going to be doing now is going through this level and picking up some, I would say, important items, or items that you may want, because I feel that you might need them. We're going to be picking up things like shotgun ammo. I'm going to be showing you where I think there's 3 supplies of shotgun ammo, 3 or 4 anyways, and the grenade launcher is another one, which is a really good item to have. So it is really good for taking out a lot of enemies. Or I think it's one of the strongest, alongside the Magnum. And you can get the Magnum at any point. All you need to do is bring the wind crest to that area with the crows. But we will be going there anyways. I will be showing you that section anyways. But right now, what I was doing there was pushing a statue over and making it fall down to the first floor. And the reason for doing that is it has a blue gemstone in it. Now this blue gemstone, we can bring it to an area where there's a tiger, you place it in the tiger's eye, and out comes the shotgun ammo. Now we will be going back to this area because we do need to have to get another key to get I think it's like a disc, it's like a reboot of a system disc. But right here is the grenade launcher. And if you go forward, all there is herbs, but if you go that way, then that zombie wakes up. So I suggest you don't go there. There's not much point. So just grab the thing, or grab the grenade launcher and leave. So right now we're going to be collecting the gemstone and going to the area with the tiger. Now the game itself isn't too long. I thought it was longer, but if you know exactly what you're doing, the game actually isn't too long. I think you can definitely finish it in less than 3 hours. I think there's even a trophy or an achievement, whatever you're playing on, for doing it in under 3 hours. Now I could be wrong, but I know there's one for doing it fast anyways. And after we go to this next area, we will be encountering a new enemy. Now I don't know if you can actually kill this enemy, and the backstory to the enemy is actually it's quite sad. I don't really want to spoil much of it, even though we're not going to be seeing much of it. But essentially what it is, it's a someone's daughter who's left here, and they were kind of experimented on, and it's real dark twist and turns to it. The daughter starts wearing the mother's face, real dark and deep. It's kind of disturbing if you don't like things like that. Well, I guess who is going to like things like that? But if you're offended kind of by things like that, if you're reading, you might want to give it a miss. But right now we are going to fight the Crimsonhead. It's the first one in the game, and I do a piss poor job here fighting him. So I do. And as you notice, the zombies out here are gone. So if you ignore them the whole time, they will just disappear, I think, after you get the 4th mask. So you can easily get them shotgun shells that are there. Now they are always there, so you pick them up anytime you want, but you don't have to. You can wait till this time. But my thoughts for this here is trigger the cutscene, get the Crimsonhead to come down, shoot him once with the grenade launcher, and shoot him once with the pistol. Because on my first run, which I've completed by the way, I done that to one of the Crimsonheads and he died. But here he doesn't die, he takes a while. And I tried something else. I tried doing one blast of the grenade launcher and one blast of the knife, and they both fucked up. But so this is what I done: waited, shot, and if you get him down like this, do not even bother attacking him, because I shot him and I thought that would have killed him, but it doesn't. Okay, if you get him down in one blast, go get shotgun ammo, go to the coffin and trigger the switch and take the item that's in there. But there we go. Anyways, that's the Crimsonhead dead. So I think all I got there was 1 or 2 pistol shots, 1 grenade launcher, and a dagger to the head, and it killed him. So I don't know how weak he was, but when I was first doing this, I noticed when I shot 1 grenade launcher and then only shot him once, I was only testing it out, he died, but here he didn't. So I'm not too sure. They must be an extremely strong enemy. So they are, or actually no, it could be a completely different enemy I'm on about. There's another enemy in the game which is even faster than them. They're kind of like fucking gremlins. So yeah, did you ever see that film, The Gremlins? They're kind of like that, only they're a lot bigger, faster, and they kill you quite quick. It could be them I'm actually getting them mixed up with, but I'm unsure. I'll test it out anyways as we go further down the line. But all we're going to do now, actually what am I doing now? No, yes, I cut that out because we're not meant to be going in there. There's no need to it. We're going on to the next area, which is where we'll encounter that enemy who you don't even have to attack. So you don't. And all you gotta do is put this item is where we got that in the coffin. So we did. There's gotta be 1 dog here, and I think I don't know why I'm doing this here, because you don't need to. So you can just place the item in the engraving there, and then you can just leave the area. That's what I should have done. But one thing of interest about the dogs is, if a dog is doing its attack, running at you and jumping, when they do that jump attack to attack you, you can shoot and that will stun them and it will hit them back. I think it's the only time which it does, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But anyways, there's another section there, or the section. There's another shotgun ammo, and all we're going to do now is go and get the crank. And the crank is needed. It's a very important item which is needed to get to the next area. And another thing here, this puzzle is very easy. All you got to do, if you go down to the very end of this road, you will see there's a wee sign, and it says, you know, the gates will open, or the gates will unlock whenever the dogs aren't looking at you. So all you got to do is make the dogs turn away. I think it's just west on one and north on the blue one. So west on the red and north on the blue. But I could be wrong. I'll see now in a minute. I think it's north. Yeah, it is. So the dogs turn away, the gates open. So it is. It's not a hard puzzle. So it's not. Just make sure they're both looking away, and that's it. Simple. And in this area that we're going to now is where the crows are. And if you turn to the right there, and you have the wind crest. Now you get the wind crest in the mansion. There's a room, and I think it's near one of the safe rooms on the 2nd floor, just. And you get the wind crest, and it's in this room where this bee comes alive. I think I'm not too sure if I've actually shown it, but that's where we get it. And I will be coming back here to get it, because I do think the Magnum's a good item. So I do. And this is basically the end of the video. All I'm going to do now is show you where to get the crank, and then the next video we will be starting in this woods, or in this cabin here, and we'll be going down, draining the pool, and progressing on. Now I could be wrong here, because I think this is where I end it, but I don't know, I could be wrong. But anyways, thank you very much for watching.